Hey, what is going on, guys? Tim Loy here for the Zero Hour, joined by my man Jeff Hobbs. We got Tyler Jones in the house for a special fighter feature as we get ready to roll into Aries 4. It is fight week, Jeff, and young Tyler Jones will be going for our first ever Aries Muay Thai title. I'm excited.
Dude, how
Yes,
long have we
sir.
been?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how long have we been waiting on this, man? A while, dude. Like
It's
we
been a
thought we
long
were getting
time.
this. I know for a bunch of different reasons, my man. Hey, we thought we were getting it last month with this opponent. We were excited, but we also know that you've been begging for this, regardless of who the opponent is, for a while.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
so, dude, Tim, I'm excited, man. This, a lot of people out there, they look at Muay Thai fights on these MMA cards and they think, oh, this is just a filler fight and things like that. Like this shit right here is no filler fight. This shit's the real deal, man. This is going to be up there on the card.
Yes, the co-main event, my man. The co-main
Yes.
event this weekend. Tyler Jones taking on Taylor Roderick. Tyler, my man, we appreciate you joining us here. We got the weigh-ins coming here real soon, here in the next 24 hours. How you feeling? Or weight on point? You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, man. Glad to be on here. Thanks for having me. Weights right where it needs to be, man. It's been a pretty big cut, but I just finished up a good sauna session, so the weight's coming down, and I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. I'll be where I need to be, so
Awesome, awesome. Of
we'll be
course,
good to
Tyler
go.
comes into this undefeated at the moment. 4 big wins, no losses, one draw, three by way of the pretty knockout. This, of course, going to be the most experienced guy that you fought yet, though. Tyler Taylor Roderick coming out of Bond Muay Thai over in Greenville, South Carolina. He's a guy that he'll come in at 8-3, so a bit more experience. Very talented fighter. He's fought for me a couple times, and both times he fought, the dude left out of there not in very good condition. What can we expect out of this one? I mean, I know that you've actually got a reputation for the same thing. 75% of your fights have ended by knockout, so you've gotten guys out of there too.
Man, you can expect an exciting fight, especially 5 rounds, man. It'll be a great fight, and if what y'all tell me is true about this guy and he's as good as y'all say he is, then I'm even more excited with a better opponent. So I've been looking forward to it, and it's got me excited to train hard every day, and I'm ready to go, man.
Let's talk a little about that training. Of course, we always bring it up here, so we got to your pops, Travis Jones, decorated kickboxer himself, a badass in every sense of the word. What's the training camp been like for this one? We talked to Corey Farmer here last week actually, and he mentioned a mutual training partner of y'all's, Stephen Kent. So have you guys been getting some work in?
Oh, well, I mean, me and Dad always get the work in, man, year round. It don't matter if I'm in camp, out of camp. Me and him, we get it in every time, man. We go in the basement and we spar hard every time. I mean, this isn't just tapping around, touch spar, and none of that. We go hard every time, and I think that's what's paid off for me most, man. It's what gets me ready for a fight, and a lot of the times my fights aren't half as exciting as our sparring is, so I mean, if it's half of that, y'all can expect a good fight because we've been going at it for a long time, getting ready for this. So we're ready to go. And Steven too, man, he's coming along good. I was hoping to get him on this card, late notice, but
Yeah, he was
he's
willing,
been
man. He was
training
willing to
hard.
step in there.
Yeah, I was hoping to get on this card, man, because he's in shape. He's been training hard with us too, so I was hoping to get him on there. But it's been a great camp, man. Great sparring partners. I got a lot of good guys I'm working with, so it's
Well,
been great.
tell Steven to stay ready because the way this week
Yeah.
has gone, you never know when he may just get tagged on in there. I'll tag out to my man here, Jeff Hobbs. Jeff, you've been in there, announcing most all of young Tyler's fights. Very impressive young man. Obviously, several fights as a junior as well before he turned 18.
Yeah, it's crazy. It makes me feel old. It makes me feel like we've been doing this way too long when you get guys like Tyler who you literally and honestly feel like, that old guy who goes, man, I've seen him grow up, but that's how it feels like with him, coming in and announcing fights as junior Muay Thai. And uh, right before your eyes, you see them go from juniors to immediately fighting like grown men, almost twice his age, and so now here he's a young man and himself. And what amazes me most, Tyler, is you do your thing. You'll compete against whoever we fight in there, but it seems like a lot of times you go through the motions, and it's these fights like this where your eyes pop up and you get excited. Like you'll fight whoever to stay busy and stay
Yes, yes,
fresh and
for
stay
sure, for
clean.
sure.
But to get a smile on your face and actually some reaction, you need somebody that you think may beat the shit out of you. You want that guy across from you.
Yeah,
That you know there's difference between being scared and fear. And I know you're scared of no man, but I think you need that. You thrive on that fear of, this is a dude that's going to punch me back. Like, you love it.
exactly.
You want, and that's what is so crazy about somebody your age and still fresh, in the sport, in the big scheme of things, man, that you'll fight whoever you need to fight to stay busy, but you want tough fights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, that's the biggest part of it for me. I mean, I've been wanting to get a fight since August. Ever since I stepped out of there with Will, me and him had a good fight, a tough opponent. I was happy to get in there and get that one back for Steven. After he beat Steven, I was glad to get that. But I've been wanting to get back in there ever since, man. I was ready to fight whoever. The opponents had been changing a lot and everything, but once we got this one locked in, and I'd heard he was supposed to be a dangerous fighter, it's what pushes me harder, man. It pushes me harder in the training, and it just makes you do a little bit more than you usually would. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
training hard for any opponent, but just knowing that it's gonna be a tough fight, that's what pushes me harder, man, and I love it.
Well, I will say there's a lot of adjectives to describe you. We could go through and say tough, skilled, things like that. But one of them is honest as well. You're a very honest fighter, because you told me last time I was in the cage with you, and I think you looked at Tim Cage side and said, "I'm not fighting for you again until it's for a title." And by God, you kept to your
Right.
word. You didn't fight for us again until we put a title up on there. So, I mean, and I know it was only a matter of time. That was a no-brainer. You didn't have to tell us to do that. Tim was going to do it. We just had to find the right guy, and I think this is the right guy. And no matter how this fight turns out, this is one of those matchups that I think each one of you is going to make the other one better, win or lose. So
Right.
the fans are going to benefit from this. The promotion is going to benefit from it, and you guys individually and personally are going to benefit from this type of matchup.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I amateur and stuff, the way me and Dad look at it, and the way we always talk about it. If you want to get on to that next level, you have to fight whoever is in front of you as an amateur. If you're not fighting the best dudes they give you now, what do you expect whenever you get to that next level? I mean,
No,
I
you're
want to
right.
fight the best now and get better, and just fight whoever's in front of me.
Tim, I'm gonna ask one more question. I'll let you go back, because just out of my curiosity, what is the next level for you, Tyler? Because most of our guys, they're MMA guys who, kind of cliche. I want to get to UFC, I want to get to Bellator, but your bread and butter is this striking game. Is the next level for you like a lion fights or something like that? I mean, what is that next level?
I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at here. I mean, I'm working. Don't get me wrong. I'm working my ground game. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working my jujitsu, all that. I mean, but I just love the stand up, man. Me and Dad talked about it, and we definitely want to get a lot more fights. We have a goal set, a number of fights that we want, a number of wins we want before we move on. But what we're looking at is moving up to as a pro in stand up, because I mean that's just what I love, man. That's just what I'm more into.
What's very the pro kickboxing world, you're looking at Glory K for your K1 style, and then of course line fights like Jeff mentioned for the Muay Thai. So there are options out there, but I like to hear that you're working on other aspects of your game as well, because realistically speaking, there's still more opportunities out there in the MMA realm. But you got to stick with what you love. If you don't like grappling and you like to strike, then you're obviously going to be more motivated to train in the discipline that you enjoy, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get me fights. I'll take whatever I can get, but that's just what we're looking at now. Just I mean, that's what I'm really into. But we'll do whatever we have to when it comes time.
Before I let you go, my man, let's get a two things here. First off, I want you to let the fans out there listening know why they need to be tuned in to combatcast.tv this weekend, or they're live in person at the world famous Cotton Eye Joe for this big title fight with you and Taylor Roderick. And then I want you to give me a prediction, man. How's this fight in?
All right. For everybody watching out there that wasn't gonna tune in before, I can promise you, we're trained harder. I'm gonna put it all on the line like I always do. I'm gonna perform, and I'm gonna give y'all a show like I always do. I care more about what the fans think watching the fight than I do about the result of the fight. I go in there looking to put on a show for everybody, and that's what y'all are gonna get. And my prediction for this fight, I think from what I hear, is a good fighter, but I know what I'm capable of. I know the work I put in, and I predict me knocking him out within 2.
KO within 2 is the prediction from Tyler Jones. Tyler Jones, give some shout outs
Yes,
where they're
sir.
due. Any love you want to give training partners, friends, family, sponsors, if
Oh
you
yeah,
got
for
those at this
sure,
point,
for
I'll
sure.
let you have it.
Big For sure. Big shout out to the guys that have helped me get ready for this. First off, my dad, is always there helping me get ready, helping me train. Ben Cocker, he's been with me my whole career getting me ready. And my sparring partner, Stephen Kent, James Young, and my family, my girlfriend, everybody that supports me, everybody that's coming to watch me. I appreciate it. And shout out to y'all for getting me a fight, man. I've been wanting to fight for Aries ever since y'all started up, but I'm excited to finally get one.
Hey, we're excited to have you, my man. Looking forward to seeing you here in about 24 hours at the weigh-ins. One more time,
Yes,
this has
sir.
been Tyler Jones. You can catch him in the co-main event of Aries 4. Goes down this Friday night, February the 4th, from the world-famous Cotton Eye Joe. Get your tickets at fightertix.com. Select Tyler from the drop-down menu so we can make a little scratch. And then, of course, if you can't make it there in person, you can catch the pay-per-view live at combatcast.tv. Tyler, we'll see you very shortly, and we're looking forward to this one real big, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it.